Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're diving deep into, well, one of the really intriguing mysteries in Revelation, coming straight from the material you've shared. We're talking about the 24 elders. Revelation 5.1314. These figures, they're around the throne, worshiping, and who they actually are has sparked just some fascinating debate for ages.
It really has. And the information you've provided, it lays out two main, very compelling viewpoints on their identity. Our mission here really is to explore these key interpretations, help you get a handle on the different ways these symbolic figures are understood. It's quite a puzzle.
Right. Here's where it gets really interesting. The first major idea. One perspective basically argues these elders are angels, pure and simple. Your sources point out something pretty crucial about timing. They're there before the first resurrection, the one linked to the seventh trumpet.
Exactly. And that timing is, well, it's a cornerstone for this view.
Yeah.
It suggests they can't be resurrected humans yet because that event hasn't happened in the narrative sequence John is seeing.
So if they aren't resurrected humans, and, free will is generally seen as belonging to either humans or angels.
Then the logical step is they must be angels. That's the argument. And this view, it really leans into their celestial role.
How so?
Well, look at what they're doing, what they have. The material mentions them sitting on thrones.
Yeah.
That implies authority, right? Often linked to high-ranking angels. They've got harps, instruments for worship, and these golden bowls.
Bowls of incense.
Yes, said to be the prayers of the saints. Things you often see angel handling in, descriptions of heavenly service. Think about figures like the cherub hello, maybe that kind of role.
Okay.
Plus, they're consistently mentioned right there with the throne and the four living creatures. That places them high up in the divine hierarchy. And interestingly, one of the elders actually explains things to John about the people in white robes. That's a job we often see angels doing, explaining visions.
Right, that makes sense. A strong case for them being angels, especially with the timing and the heavenly job descriptions. But, okay, let's flip the coin. There's this other viewpoint, just as strong, that says, no, these are human. Specifically, resurrected and transformed human martyr witnesses.
Precisely. And this argument starts with the word itself, elder. The Greek is presbyteros. Your research rightly highlights that this term, throughout the Bible, it's almost exclusively a human title. Leaders in the community, the church.
You don't really see angels called elders in that way.
Not in that specific sense, no. So if we follow that thread, John might be seeing a kind of preview, a vision of future leaders, maybe priests, from the 1,000-year kingdom that's prophesied later.
And there's more evidence for the human angle.
Oh, yes. A really key piece is the crowns they wear. The text calls them Stephanos. Now, this isn't the diadem of the royal crown. The Stephanos is different. It's a victor's wreath.
Like for an athlete who won a race.
Exactly. Or for someone who has endured, persevered, overcome something significant. Angels, well, they don't suffer and overcome temptation in the same way humans do. That kind of struggle isn't part of their nature, generally speaking.
So that crown becomes a symbol of human victory over trials.
A very specific symbol, yes. Unique to the human experience of faith and endurance. And sure, angels explain things sometimes, but humans do too. Think of prophets, apostles. They interpret divine things all the time. So the explaining role isn't exclusively angelic either.
Okay. So bringing this all together for you, listening, What does this mean? The sources you've provided, they lay out two really well-supported, but, quite different views. Either they're these high-ranking celestial angels involved in heavenly worship,
or they're triumphant human martyrs, people who've gone through it all and received that victor's crown, now serving in God's presence.
Two very different, powerful images.
Which really raises the fascinating question for you to think about. How do these kinds of interpretations, so symbolic and frankly open-ended, invite us to consider spiritual roles? And what about the ultimate reward for, sticking with it, for perseverance? As you reflect on these two possibilities, angels or humans, what stands out most to you? Which interpretation resonates, and maybe why?